Kia ora all, and I hope you're having a lovely lazy Sunday afternoon. So I've got Jen that hopefully is joining me from One Leaf Reflexology if everything goes right with technology. I'm just letting people invite on. Sorry, just had to do some tech stuff there. So I think Jen's on here. I'll have to see if she comes on. So there's lots of things that can, yep, here she is. I'm just going to invite Jen on while I can see her. So excuse the fingers. There we go. We're going to cross fingers. This all works for us. And Jen is from One Leaf Reflexology. There she is. Yay. How are you doing, Jen?
Good. What a beautiful day.
I know, like we've been out up the Thames coast here and we've got a little section up there, so we've been busy clearing that, and it was really nice to have some sun and not be ducking and diving from the rain every 5 minutes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. How's your day been?
It's been great. I'm always, the sun makes me happy, It's, And
That
you get outside, feet in the earth, and it's great.
bit of vitamin D, eh?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So Jen has written a great little blog post for us, which I've popped on the website, and I'll put all the links below, and I will be sharing that tomorrow. But Jen's going to just explain some of the things in the pressure points. You'll go into all the details, but of how you can use reflexology in travel. So you can use it for like anxiety, motion sickness, blocked ears, and we were even talk about constipation too, which is something none of us like to talk about, but it is something that happens when you travel. So yeah, can you explain some of those things, Jen?
Okay, so just briefly for those that don't know what reflexology is, it's a specific pressure technique using your finger and thumbs, which works on reflexes on either the hands, the feet, or the ears. And it's based on the premise that all your body parts correspond to these reflex points. So that's kind of the basis of reflexology. So when we're looking at stress and anxiety, there are ways to help you through that. And because when you're sitting in a tight little space like an aeroplane seat, getting your feet out and bending them up and trying to access them is not helpful.
Yeah.
So use your hands. Because we've got the same reflexes in our hands that we do in our feet, it's a really nice easy way to access the power of reflexology without having to bend like a pretzel. And it, and it's kind of low key as well. A lot of people don't have to know what you're doing when you're sort of just rubbing your hands, So it's a great sort of on the run thing to go to. Anxiety for those that might be a little bit anxious about flying, or you're sitting in that seat and you're just thinking, oh my gosh, you're next to somebody you don't really know, and you're on a 12-hour flight and you just think, how am I going to cope? The point for stress and anxiety, go to your solar plexus. So this, if you kind of put your middle finger down, you'll feel that little, where your middle finger meets in the palm of your hand, there's that little dip there. Yep. And just massage that, just nice little round circles. And what I like to do when I'm doing this is kind of like, I think it was Chantel mentioned a little mantra with her EFT. It's the same kind of deal, breathing in, I calm my body, breathing out, I smile, or just, whatever words kind of feel right. I kind of like that one. That comes from some Vietnamese monk, Thich Nhat Hanh. It's a really simple, just breathing in, so I calm my body all the time, doing this kind of thing. Breathing out, I smile. And you'll find it just really soothes you, and you can sort of come back down to earth. Well, you're not in space, but come back body and just really, yeah, find that calm center again. So, yeah, that's a really nice one just for general anxiety. It's something you can do on the run. Like I say, it's discreet. People don't need to know what you're doing. Just do it for as long as you need to. Swap hands as well, both hands, you know, and just, yeah, focus on the breath. Breathe in, breathe out, and that'll keep you going.
I'm just going to have to
from
try. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Den, but I've got my laptop going and I've got messages coming through. So I'm just going to close it because it's going to be annoying because I don't want it interrupting us. So, yeah, continue.
So yeah, that's a nice one for anxiety. Just bring your stress levels down again. You can use that as often as you need to. Motion sickness, generally an inner ear problem. There's multiple things you can do to help with that.
Yeah.
From a reflexology standpoint, your inner ear point is kind of between your little finger and the next to your ring finger. So that's your inner ear point. But work the whole finger down and across through the little and up again. So you can do, try and little sort of, can you see that?
Yeah,
just
like massage all the way.
Yeah, all the way down into there, that sort of, you know, little bit there, give it a little bit of a circle all the way out. Oh, yeah, so just kind of working through there. And you might come across maybe some tender points, you know, especially if you've got inner ear problems, it might be a little bit tender sort of through here. So just spend some time, you know, on those tender points that you find. Give them a bit of a massage. So, yeah, just whatever feels good. You could just run your thumb down or, yeah, give them a good pinch. Just whatever feels nice for you. And like I say, when you sort of hit those tender spots, then just give them a little bit more attention. So that's a really good one for motion sickness. There's also an acupressure point you can use. You measure your own 3 finger widths down from the crease of your wrist. So right on that, at the bottom there, in between those tendons. So you've got 2 tendons that run down here. So if you're 3 finger widths, and then it's kind of just at the bottom there and there. Yep, you got it. So between the 2 tendons, you'll feel kind of that stringy bit either side. You've got to push in quite deep. Push in quite deep and hold the pressure on that. You can hold that for about 60 seconds and then release it. Same on the other hand. You've got to do both sides, so we want to be even. So 3 finger down and then sort of in between the tendon there and pressure on there. Do that for about 60 seconds as well. That'll relieve motion sickness. Another good thing, a little bit of crystallized ginger, you know, bring a small amount and you carry on. Give that a chew, yeah, periodically. You're going to want to ditch it once you've opened it before you get off your flight. So just carry a small amount. But yeah, crystallized ginger is another great one that helps to sort of ease the motion sickness.
Is that the, do you have to like suck that?
Chew, suck, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just chew. The ginger is great for nausea, for yeah, you know, sort of a little bit of an upset tummy, which usually with motion sickness you do get.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you just need to avert your gaze, look up, look away, you know. But yeah, just come back to these inner ear points, you know, here. And like I said, that acupressure point there is a great one. So make sure you get in between the tendons and you've got to sort of push quite deep.
Yeah.
Hold it for 60 seconds, release. So yeah, that's a good motion sickness one. Yeah, and like I said, they're easy to do while you're sitting there, you know.
Yeah, I mean, people wouldn't even know, because I see people like wringing their hands, obviously maybe not for good reasons, but yeah, there's ones you could just sit there and do, and no one would know what you're doing whatsoever, and they're accessible, like you said, and they're not too strenuous or Yeah, and
but they
that,
have,
yeah, and that could be in any situation, whether it's a plane, a car, or a train, anything that's going to affect you like that. So what?
absolutely.
Yeah. What about for did we do the anxiety one? Was that at the start?
Solar
That
plexus
the
for
solar
anxiety.
plexus, yeah. So in Jen's blog, she's actually got little diagrams which show you those points and goes through each different one. So yeah, if you click on that, and I think there's a PDF we can probably share with that if anybody wants to print out for that information. So what about for the lovely thing of constipation?
It's funny because it's not often talked about, but it is a thing. You know, you not my Lou can't poo kind of deal. You know, it does happen. You know, that's sort of, I don't know whether it's traveling anxiety or social anxiety or what, but yeah, it is a bit of an issue. So I've even suffered with that myself, and no
Yeah, me
amount
too.
of water, you know, no amount of water or fiber is going to fix that because it's kind of based in anxiety, I think, mostly. But we have the heel of your hand here, through here. This is all your large and small intestine. So
Uh,
again, it's a matter through the, you know, that thick part and across over here. Yeah, and along sort of this whole heel and on both hands because we have, so starting on the right hand, you'll have your ileocecal valve, which comes up and across, and then it goes across and comes down. And then your small intestines all in here. So yeah, you'll find it'll feel full or heavy or thick,
mm,
and then little crunchy bits, you know, so give those a really good work. And again, when you sort of feel little crunchy bits or it's a bit tender, you know, just give it a little bit of work, and that's going to stimulate your.
yeah, you're frozen up there for a moment there, Jen. Oh, there we go. We're back.
Yes, we do. Yeah.
I've
So
definitely
yeah,
got some tender points.
yeah, which means you probably could do with, and it's one of those things you can actually sit on the loo and do. So it kind of takes, you know, takes your mind off what you're trying to do when you're focused on that. And yeah, you'll find it sort of will naturally, yeah. There's also some other really good yoga postures you can do. Yoga's fantastic, and it's something probably don't want to do it on a plane, but certainly once you get there, anything forward bends, you know, that stimulate your digestive system. So forward folding, child's pose, you can
Yeah.
Google all of those, you know, or we can maybe put something together
Yeah, that'd be another
later
good,
on.
yeah, another good blog post, maybe just some basic yoga poses, because I use child's pose a lot actually, because the other thing when you're on a plane or any cramped condition for a long time, you tend to tense up quite a bit, so it's just releasing all that, and that's what I find. I get very sore in the lower back sitting because I don't move on a plane. I'm really bad. Once I'm in my seat, I'm in my seat, and that's it. So yeah, getting that circulation going is probably another good thing, especially if you're in, you know, longer flights. You've really got to be aware of that circulation.
Absolutely, and I think we've put the reflexology points for circulation.
Yeah.
It's imperative. Make sure on the longer flights that you are getting up, going for a walk, even if it's just down to the toilet and back to your seat again, or doing a few squats in the aisle. Might look ridiculous, but yeah, you're doing yourself a favor.
Yeah.
Another good thing for the circulation, tennis ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, even, you know, this kind of thing in the heels of your hands is stimulating your digestive system, you know. Through the middle, you're going to stimulate your solar plexus. So, yeah, just carrying one of these, chuck it down under your seat, roll it your feet, you know. It's,
Yeah.
amazing thing. When you get to your hotel, you can,
Shoulder.
between the wall and your shoulder, your thighs, the whole 9 yards. So, yeah, fantastic little thing doesn't take up much room, doesn't weigh anything, but
True.
really
No,
good
that's
thing to
great.
have.
And I see
Um,
Natasha said here about pulling knees up to tummy when you're on your back is a good one, and I really, really like that stretch too because it just feels really good.
Absolutely. And all those poses, what they're doing is essentially massaging your digestive organs,
Yeah.
and getting things, increasing the blood flow, the oxygen, and just getting everything moving. On top of a bit of reflexology, should have you going in no time.
Awesome. So yeah, so I'll pop the link to the blog in the comments below. And also if you have any questions after the fact, after this Facebook Live, just pop them in there and I'll tag Jen in them. So if you want any answers or any further information on how reflexology can help you with a whole bunch of things, because it's can do a lot of good stuff. Yeah, just pop your questions in there. And yeah, and I think we will do maybe a couple of future things regarding, I'd like to delve into that lovely topic of constipation and toilet anxiety, because I know it's definitely something travelers deal with all the time, and it is definitely something that's not talked about. So that's something I really want to delve into a bit more. And also, yeah, just some basic yoga poses that you can use, and you don't have to be into yoga or flexible or anything like that to incorporate them, do you, Jen? I mean, they're just basic movement, aren't they?
Just basic moves and going to get things moving. That's what you want.
Awesome.
Also
oh yeah. No, you go.
No.
We've got a little cross delay.
We've got these little beauties here. These are vicarious seeds. So they're little seeds on some tape. And these can be put onto specific points in your ears before you travel. Most reflexologists, I think, are using ear seeds now. They're fantastic and a great support for anxiety, for motion sickness, inner ear problems. So there's something to consider as well. Yeah.
Never heard of them. So do they just No. So do they just sit on a certain point on your ear?
Yeah. So your ears also have a lot of reflex points. And because they're so close to the main nerves in your brain and everything else, they pack a powerful punch. So yeah, they're just tiny little seeds. They're placed on specific reflex points on your ear. It's
a good diagram.
Yeah. There you go. And they can support you for sort of up to 5 days.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you actually have to physically do anything yourself, or do they just sit there? Like, do you have to massage them or anything like that?
You can do just every couple of hours, give them a little bit of a tweak. Some points will be extremely tender. So just give them a little bit of a tweak to the point of they either start to sort of feel hot or the pain starts to get intense. You don't want to go there. And then just let them lie. A couple of hours later, maybe give them another bit of a massage. But they will just sitting there, applying constant pressure on the reflex, be doing their job anyway. So yeah. So there's a whole lot of ways that.
Yeah. Do you know, being a seed, are there any restrictions, or is it because they're in a closed packet and sealed, then they're not an issue going through?
Well, we can go. I would imagine that they wouldn't be, but we can also avoid that by going this way. You might set off metal detectors maybe, but we also have these.
Those
I've seen. Ones,
yeah.
So same thing. There's a little metal ball on the back. There's clear tape, and then this Swarovski crystal over the top for those that like a bit of bling. So good point. The seeds I wouldn't have thought would be an issue, but disposing of them, I think perhaps you would need to be mindful.
Careful,
But we can always use the little metal ones anyway.
Awesome.
Little metal pellets, So
I
yeah,
think
reflexology can support you in a lot of ways.
yeah, I think you've covered some really great tips, and yeah, I'm definitely going to try a couple of them on my next trip to Bali, which is coming up this month. So I'll report in on how that goes.
There's no way to
And
get on.
yeah, and but I'm pretty sure we'll be talking to Jen further about some more topics. And now we've broken her Facebook Live anxiety a little bit, and she's rocking the
Yeah, there's a
Facebook
lot
Lives
of
now.
going on before.
So yeah, so I'll pop everything in the comments below, and like I said, if you have any questions, just ask away. But thank you so much, Jen, for coming on, and yeah, and I know it was a little bit of a push for you, but I really appreciate it, and I think it's been wonderful. So thank you so much.
Thank you for inviting me.
No.
It's always good to step out of your comfort zone and that.
And I'll also put Jen's One Reflexology page in the links below, just in case which area actually are you in, just in case there is anybody that is close to you that can come and actually see you.
I'm in Helensville, which is just kind of northwest of Auckland Central.
Yeah. So it's nice part of the country.
Sleepy little town.
Yeah. Okay, Jen, thank you so much. You go off and enjoy the rest of your beautiful evening. And yeah, and I'll get on and pop everything in the comments below.
Fantastic. Thanks for having me here.
No, thank you. And thanks everyone for watching, and Natasha too for your kind comments. So I'll reply to them shortly. And Jen, you can pop in and reply to them too if you want. So thanks everybody, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Bye.
Thank you.